Shalom, brothers and sisters. This week is the 41st week of the Parashat series, and the Parashat for this week is Parashat Pinchas, the covenant of zeal, that is turning back wrath and revealing the hidden priesthood. And the readings for this week is Torah Numbers 25 verse 10 to Numbers chapter 30 verse 1. And the Haftarah reading is 1 Kings chapter 18 46 to 19 21. And in the Brit Hadasha, it is John chapter 2 verses 13 to 17 and Revelation chapter 2 12 to 17 and Hebrews chapter 7. Parashat Pinchas is one of the most mysterious and paradoxical portion in the Torah. It begins with violence but ends with covenantal peace. A spear is lifted, yet a priesthood is established. Wrath is stopped, yet mercy is revealed. Superficially, the story appears to be about judgment against immorality in Israel after the sin at Baal Peor. But at the soul level, the hidden mystical dimension of the Torah, Pinchas unveils the cosmic struggle between holy covenant and spiritual mixture, between the zeal that emerges from the soul of heaven and counterfeit passion born from the flesh. The Zohar sees Pinchas not merely as a man, but as a vessel carrying the fiery spirit of Elijah, standing between heaven and earth to restore broken covenant. This parasha reveals how zeal, when purified through humility and covenant, becomes an instrument of divine reconciliation rather than destruction. It also uncovers mysteries of priesthood, soul, inheritance, covenantal transfer, spiritual memory, and resurrection power, and the restoration of divine order before the coming redemption. Pinchas is not simply about one man stopping a plague. It is about the revelation that hidden righteousness can preserve an entire generation. Point number 1, the cosmic context of Pinchas. It is in Numbers chapter 25 verses 10 and 11. Pinchas has turned my wrath from the children of Israel. At the surface level, Pinchas stops immorality, and at the soul level, he repairs a breach in the spiritual architecture of Israel. The sin of Baal Peor was not merely sexual sin, it was covenantal fusion between holiness and impurity. And in the Zoharic insight, in Kabbalistic understanding, Israel represents the union of heaven and earth, the Holy One and his people, the bridegroom and the bride. The Baal Peor incident fractured this sacred union by introducing mixture, and the deeper issue was Israel was attempting to carry the covenant while entertaining another spiritual seed. This is why judgment was severe. Point number 2, The mystery of zeal. In Hebrew, it is kina. Most people misunderstand zeal. Human zeal is emotional reaction. Holy zeal is alignment with divine holiness. And the divine illumination teaches that Pinchas acted from the side of Gevurah, that is divine severity, judgment. But because his motives were pure, Gevurah became transformed into shalom, that is peace. This is the paradox. True heavenly fire always restores peace. And in the Sod principle, we see when judgment comes from ego, it releases death. When judgment comes from covenantal purity, it restores life. Point number 3, Brit Shalom, that is the covenant of peace. Numbers chapter 25 verse 12 says, "Behold, I give him my covenant of peace." This is astonishing. Pinchas kills and receives peace. Why? Because in the Sod understanding, peace is not the absence of conflict. Peace is the restoration of divine order. And in the Hebrew insight, the word shalom comes from shalem, that is complete, wholeness, restoration. Pinchas restored broken spiritual alignment. The divine dimension notes that the letter Vav in the Torah scroll within the word shalom is written broken. Why is the Vav broken? Because all peace in this age is incomplete. Only Mashiach will restore the full Vav, joining heaven to earth. Male and female restored, and priesthood restored, and kingdom restored. Point number 4, Pinchas and Elijah. The same spiritual root. One of the deepest mystical traditions says Pinchas and Elijah are spiritually connected. And in the Haftarah connection, in the first book of Kings chapter 18 and 19, Elijah also confronted idolatry, stood against mixture, called Israel back to the covenant. And in the Zoharic teaching, or the divine deep teachings, the sole root of Elijah rested upon Pinchas. Why? Because both in the gap between judgment and mercy, and in the deeper mysteries, both Pinchas and Elijah struggle with zeal. Elijah says, "I have been very zealous for the Lord." But later God reveals himself not in fire, earthquake, wind, but in a still small voice. And the Sod lessons that we get here is that zeal must mature into compassion. Point number 5, the spear, that is Romak, a mystical symbol. Pinchas uses a spear, and the rabbis note that the word Romak, that is spear, has numerical and symbolic connection to number 1, spiritual piercing, number 2, separation between holy and unholy. And the Sod meaning that we get here is that the spear represents discernment. It divides truth from mixture. covenant from compromise, holy fire from strange fire. Point number 6. Why does Pinchas receive the priesthood? Numbers chapter 25 verse 13 says, "It shall be to him and his descendants a covenant of everlasting priesthood." This is deeply mysterious because Pinchas was not originally counted among the priests in the same way as Aaron's sons. And the mystical insight that we get here is that priesthood is not inherited merely biologically. True priesthood emerges from alignment with heaven. The priest stands between heaven and earth, stops plague, restores covenant, and Pinchas became a heavenly bridge. Point number 7. The 5 daughters of Zelophehad, which is the mystery of inheritance. Immediately after Pinchas, the Torah discusses inheritance. This is not accidental. And in the Soth connection we get that when covenant is restored, inheritance can flow again. The daughters represent, number 1, restoration, the restored identity, recovery of lost inheritance, the feminine dimension, receiving a rightful portion. And in the mystical insight we get, the land inheritance reflects spiritual inheritance. You cannot possess spiritual territory while living in compromise. Point number 8, the daily offering, that is the cosmic order. Parashat Pinchas then details the offerings and the Moadim, that is appointed time. Why after judgment and covenant? Because worship sustains cosmic harmony. And in the Zoharic understanding, we get that the sacrifices were not merely ritual. They maintained spiritual alignment, rhythms between heaven and earth, divine flow into creation. And the festivals are heavenly gates. Pesach means redemption. Shavuot means revelation. Yom Teruah means awakening. Yom Kippur means purification. Sukkot means divine dwelling. And the deeper insight that we get is that Pinchas restores covenant. Then worship order is restored, because worship and holiness cannot be separated. Number 9, the Brit Hadasha connection. In the Gospel of John chapter 2 verse 17, it says, "Zeal for your house has consumed me." Yeshua also carried holy zeal, but unlike human rage, his zeal restored holiness. In the book of Revelation chapter 2 verse 14, the spirit of Balaam still appears. It appears with mixture, idolatry, and compromise. Epistles of Hebrews chapter 7, Yeshua revealed the ultimate eternal priesthood. Pinchas points towards the greater high priest, one who removes impurity completely, one who restores eternal peace. Point number 10, the deepest soul message of Pinchas. The deepest mystery of this parashat is God is searching for people who can stand in the breach without becoming corrupted by that breach. Pinchas entered defilement without becoming defiled internally. This is priestly maturity. And in the end time application, the spirit of Baal Peor still exists. That is mixture, sexual corruption, idolatry, and covenant compromise, worship without holiness. But the spirit of King Pinchas also remains, that is courage, discernment, covenant loyalty, holy fire. And in the closing exhortation, we get that the Pinchas is not ultimately about violence. It is about covenantal restoration. It teaches that heaven still responds to radical holiness joined with humility. The true priest is not merely one who performs rituals, but one who carries the burden of reconciliation between heaven and earth. And at the soul level, Pinchas reveals a hidden mystery, that is, zeal must eventually become peace. Fire must become light. Judgment must become restoration. The spear must give way to a covenant peace. And in the end, the goal of divine zeal is not destruction, it is healing of the breach. And this points us ultimately to Mashiach, the eternal high priest, who entered the deepest impurity of the world, yet remained undefiled, turning away wrath and opening the way for eternal covenantal peace. As we conclude, brothers and sisters, if this message encouraged you, please subscribe, like, and comment, and share so others could be blessed too. Thank you for joining us. Shabbat Shalom. Let's receive the Aaronic blessings. May the Lord bless us and keep us. May the Lord make his countenance shine upon us. May the Lord cast his blessing upon us and give us peace. In Yeshua Mashiach's name. Amen.